Hey, what's up guys, it's me again and welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with a new story. The name of the story is What If Percy Jackson and the others reacted to Naruto, the son of King and Queen of Olympus. And yeah guys, it is an unscripted story. Now before continuing, the shout out is due where it is due. Shout out to Short Circuit for suggesting this idea. I'm gonna be making this, well, as he had suggested. He has been for quite a while now, but I've been putting off the idea because a lot of things didn't make sense. Some of them still doesn't do, but he has been requesting this for quite a long time now, and I do feel like a dick for not uploading it. So yeah, here it is. I hope you guys enjoy this one, and if you do, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. And without any further ado, let's begin with our today's story. Our story begins on Camp of Blood, on a usual day, as Percy and Annabeth have just returned again for summer at camp in order to train the younger demigods so that they too would be able to protect themselves once they go outside of the camp. And there they met with a lot of their friends such as Talia, Grace, as well as Leo Valdez and many others. As they were meeting up and having a chat with them, we see Hermes arrived and he was looking a little bit distressed. Glad thing you all are gathered here at this time. What's up, Lord Hermes? Why do you look like there's some dire situation that is going on? That is because it is, Percy. Fates have appeared and they are demanding all the champions and the gods to assemble. That is why it is necessary for me to bring you all there. I see. When can we leave then? Right now, actually. And so all of them left with Hermes. As they arrived with a golden shining light on Mount Olympus, there seated on the thrones were the gods in their glory and whatnot. As in front of them were standing three old ladies, and they, Percy could know because he has seen them before, were the Fates. Lord Zeus, greetings, but what is going on, my lord? Silence, Percy Jackson, we soon will find out. As you have requested, everyone is gathered, Fates. Now do tell why you have arrived out of nowhere and demanded this. I have no time and patience to waste on this any longer. Calm down, King of Gods. We're going to show you a reality where a demigod of yours and Hera's was born. What? I never had a demigod child, let alone with Zeus after these two. We know. But in that reality, you did. How? And why is he not a god, said Zeus, and a demigod? Everything will be explained. As now we see, the screen then begin to flutter to life. Chaos-sama has deemed it necessary that you all react to this, because something akin to this is necessary here as well. As there they saw, not their world, but another altogether. It was the elemental nations. Elemental nations? Huh, that still exist? I can't believe it. Wait, this exists here? A land where people have powers of a sort? I mean, we do have powers, but like, they all have it. Unlike us, only the demigods. That is because, Percy, they were born with a power known as chakra that is connected with nature, allowing them to manipulate elements. You can say that they were a test run before the creation of our world by chaos itself. Even the deities that rule over them still exist, but in a different plane altogether. That is how we are connected and know of each other's existence, said Athena, looking towards Percy. Thank you, Lady Athena. As everyone was seated, they all saw there was a red-headed woman who was stabbed alongside a blonde-haired man straight through by the nine-tailed fox, a typhoon in its own right, as the blonde-haired man using the fine arts have sealed the said nine-tails into the blonde child. Why would he do that to an infant child? And later on, as soon as both of them died, they did not die in reality. Their mortal counterpart did. They were returned back to the original body of theirs, Zeus and Hera. And both of them were shocked. You were Kushina. And you were Minato? As both of them were quite shocked to find out that their escape, their reincarnation into another world, to get away from this mess that was their family and marriage, have been again tied with one another. And this time they were peaceful. And they even had a child within marriage that they loved. We have to do something. Zeus. Naruto can't remain there. Those people will eat him alive. No. I made a deal with Kami that if I sire a child here, it will become the child of prophecy. No! In the past, whenever that is done, the child of prophecies had only suffered. I don't want another child of mine to suffer. Naruto will prevail. And I trust in those people. Huh. You trusting, brother, said Poseidon, looking at Zeus, who was here. As Zeus frowned. I can trust some people. I trust you clearly enough so that you sit near me. Huh. And yet when your lightning bolt went missing, you were the first person to blame me. It was obvious. You're the second strongest here, aside from everyone else. And you would have gained a lot. Yes, I would have gained. And that is headache and you're yapping, that is. Can we continue? Said the face. As everyone then ground and then nodded. As then their scene shifted to Naruto's life. Hira watched over Naruto as Naruto, at first, was hated. Hated to the point people wanted him to be executed as an infant, just to get rid of the Nine Tails. But Hiruzen was adamant. He, with an iron fist, doubled down that he would not do this. Then he and Danzo devised a plan, and that was to make sure that Naruto stayed safe. And so that Naruto could become the next Hokage. For that they knew Naruto must have to go through a brutal training, and that is what they did. For the age of 2, Naruto was raised amongst Anbus, root as well as shinobi Anbus, and Naruto's life was full of following rules and a schedule, a strict, tight schedule, and he was always sparring, as well as copying others, and it had worked like a charm. As soon as Naruto reached at the age of 5, he was reading Fuinjutsu arts, to the point that he was an intermediate level seal master, because of his confidence as well as him reading for 2 years straight, developing the arts of Fuin arts. I must admit, said Zeus, stroking his beard, this child, he shows great prodigious genius. What do you think, Athena? I must admit, Fuin arts are one of the most sacred as well as oldest and critical arts. One small mistake can cost you your whole life or limbs. And yet this boy, at the age of mere 4 or 5-year-old, is capable of becoming an intermediate seal master. That is certainly an achievement in its own right, I might say, said Athena, with quiet shock as well as amazement, as even Annabeth was shocked. Mother, are you? Yes, Annabeth. That is quite shocking, because those abilities that he is learning are not meant to be learned by at least a 16 or 17-year-old, let alone a 5-year-old. As Annabeth was shocked, here was a 5-year-old that was solving something that a 16-year-old would have a trouble solving. But that was not all. He was being trained to kill each and every target that he hit with his kunais, senbon needles, and even katanas that he threw, and even chain kunais were hit in the dead center mark or the vital points. He, by the age of 6, was much more dangerous and a tuning level shinobi already, without experience. With experience, he would be much more. And the experience in a form of fate, a twisted series of fate, appeared when the Hyuga incident happened later on. On the 6th birthday of Hinata Hyuga, she was kidnapped by an entourage from Kumo, who were there to make an alliance, but in reality they were there just to steal the Hyuga genes. Initially, the one who was behind this was caught and executed. When Kumo demanded reprimands, none were given, and so a war was announced, in which Hiruzen as well as Danzo let Naruto reign free. What? They're sending a 6-year-old to a war? Fighting adults? As this was said by Percy. Percy, shinobis are quite different. As soon as they're able to unlock their chakra, they're no longer considered kids. They're child soldiers in training. And little Naruto over here is a prime example of it. If a child soldier is trained right, he could be extremely deadly. And the one with the chakra and the mindset that he has, and the Nine Tails, Don't forget about the Ninetales, said Hades, as everyone was shocked to see that he was there, seated on a throne made out of shadows. What? You think I wouldn't be here? Me and Nico have been here, watching. You really never give up on the creepy vibes, do you? Said Demeter. Oh, go suck on a corn cob, sister. As Demeter popped some corn kernels from her crown, while glaring. I did not know what Persephone saw in you. Enough, mother. Can we please continue, father? Yes, Persephone. And so, now we see the fates continued. As they saw it, Naruto went ham. And he literally killed more than 50 battalions made out of 10 people each in stealth that was capable of an Anbu. And the way he took them down was quite dangerous and ruthless. He placed traps precisely as well as explosives, causing their limbs to explode, rendering them crippled or killed. He went for the kill or cripplement. These were the only two targets, so that the target would remain forever in that state, vegetative or dead, and never would be a threat again. Obviously, Danzo was impressed, and so was Hiruzen, but Hiruzen knew things were getting extreme. But for Naruto, this was his first minor war, and soon after, Kumo lost more than 200 or 300 shinobis, and at the hands, 50 or more so, at the hands of a small kid who was 6-year-old, they felt defeated. They already knew they were, and so a council was called at the Iron Country, where a ceasefire was signed, and it was made to agree upon. Konoha had yet won another victory, and one thing was made sure: Naruto had asserted his dominance. He was never sent to the academy. After that, it was Anbu missions for him. Later on, when Naruto reached at the age of 13, he was already a Jonin level shinobi, doing missions, given the title the War Menace from his young age days, and the title still continued, because whenever he was present, people knew only two things were going to happen. Either they were gonna lose some limbs, or they were gonna die. And they rather lose some limbs and live, rather than die. But most people died at his hands. Naruto was more ruthless, and by the age of 14, one more year later, Hiruzen nominated him as a Hokage. After one more year worth of training, at the age of 15, Naruto was the 5th Hokage of Konoha. And as soon as he became one, the security tightened, the training regime tightened, as well as the academy became much more strict. And what was produced after that were perfect child soldiers, who were carbon copy of Naruto's, if not anything else. Those who were weakened, they were given lower positions. No one was spared or wasted. They all were working, doing something. And the new version of Konoha that was much more military-centric was something that Danzo was proud of. And even Hiruzen was, because he saw that once the power was taken from the civilians became secure. But the shinobis, they once more, again, functioned like how they used to when they were young. Respectful, following code and conduct, no more laxment. Only duty and some vacation in between. And Konoha then began to make their moves. Naruto realized that the daimyo was forcing them, trying to overpower Naruto's authority. So, Naruto cut him off completely. When daimyo of the Land of Fire announced a war, Naruto defeated him, made him bow down to his knees. Alongside with his family, he was banished with a little money to survive outside, while his palace, alongside with everything else, was taken. And Naruto was now the new daimyo, alongside being the Kage, and Konoha was now a new nation. Instead of the Land of Fire, it was the Land of Konoha, as a new nation that emerged. Oh my god, he did all of that when he was 15? And I was having trouble using Riptide. You're not alone on that one, Percy. He really is a genius, said Leo, as well as the others. As even Talia, who was a hunter, was shocked. He's ruthless, but he protects his own, just like Our Lady. I must say, his methods are extreme, but he doesn't judge between Konoichis and Shinobis. To him, they all are equal. And however they are worth, he will place them in that position, so nobody is wasted. In my eyes, he's okay. Getting praise from Lady Artemis for being ruthless, that is something. No, that is exactly what Olympus needs as well. If this son of mine was here, things would have been different. Who knows, maybe I would have passed down the throne already. as everyone snapped their necks towards Zeus. What? Brother, are you okay? You would pass down throne to this wimp rather than me? Said Ares. I have more than enough reasons to tell you why not you. I'm not interested. I already knew, son. He said, looking towards Hephaestus as he said those words. But what about Apollo? You are lazy as it already is. If giving you the kingdom didn't mean that our Pantheon ended, then I don't know what it meant. As Apollo pouted, yeah, I'm already busy as it is. I would not have worked out. Yes, and you have stolen the treasury. But still, him. I must say, the way he has taken over and expanded the territory of Konoha, making it from a village to a nation, it is a wide feat. And look, he's offering others the hand to join his alliance and his domain. The minor villages are joining it. My son, a true ruler. I approve of this reality, said Hera. As after that they saw that once Naruto was grown up and his advisors were Danzo and Hiruzen, nobody messes with him until the Akatsuki did, and they all had to ally themselves to fight a war with them, alongside with Madara Uchiha, the Yami no Shinobi. As they saw the destruction caused by Madara to all the forces all by himself, Percy and the others were shocked and even pale. My god, he's like Hercules on steroids. No, he eats Hercules and tens of them on breakfast. That is the Yami no Shinobi, Madara Uchiha. Someone who is claimed to be a legend that could rival us in mortal form. The only person who was capable of defeating and killing him was Hashirama. But from the looks of it, even he would not be able to do that now. And that is when the true Biju, Ten Tails, erupted. But at that moment, Naruto met with the sage, who gave him the powers of the sun and the moon, making him the new era sage of the sixth path, as Naruto defeated Madara and took down the Ten Tails. But that was not all. Madara, in his weakened sage state, which was corrupt, was then betrayed by Zetsu as Kaguya Otsutsuki was freed. Naruto, now alongside with the others being trapped, had to fight. And that is what he did. And finally, with the help of the Sage ability and his own cunningness, Naruto was able to defeat and reseal Kaguya Otsutsuki once more. And once that was done, all there was left was to free the others. But as soon as he freed them and felt weakened, that is when on the other side, Zeus and Hera, who has been watching this, alongside the rest of the council, after the 4th Great Shinobi War started, and ever since then, they have been witnessing the whole event for a whole day. Zeus then barked an order to Athena and Artemis. I want you two to go and reclaim him back. He has fulfilled the prophecy. It is time for him to return back to his true home. As everyone looked towards Zeus, you're bending the rules, Zeus. He is a son of mine, and Hera over here, which makes him perfectly legal and above the rules. Even if he is a demigod, he is still the son of both gods, and within marriage, not out of it. But both of you were in your mortal form, half-god form. We know. But he... Fine, we'll make an exception. Like you did. We know you're benevolent king, and whatnot. Thank you, Poseidon. As, in reality, they all witnessed. Seriously. Always bending the rules in your own favor. Don't you like it, huh? Enough. If he was here, I would have done the same. Things could have been different. You're right about that, I guess. As now we see, Naruto, while his vision was blurry, then saw two figures standing in front of him, appearing out of nowhere. Are you like them? No. We are here to bring you to your parents, Naruto Uzumaki. You are to come with us. As Naruto then fought off in that weakened state two of the goddesses, and was even able to evade all the arrows that Artemis threw at her, alongside the spear of Athena. He was dodging. I don't want to hurt you, but if you leave me no choice, I would have no other way. He even disarmed Athena, which caused shocks to appear that everyone was witnessing. He disarmed me. That is blasphemy. I would not have lost. I'm the goddess of wisdom and strategy and war. Suck that, old brain. You got defeated by a vimp. That vimp just defeated a goddess in her own right and a typhoon. Ares. Something you would have peed your pants and ran away from. I'm the god of war, Barnacle Beard. I wouldn't have run away from anything. Yeah, We all know you would have, said Percy. What did you say, Percy? You heard me. Enough, said Fates. As Naruto was then finally stopped because Zusa intervened and took him back after knocking him out in his fourth Hokage state. As Hera turned into Kushina as well. And once they awakened, they revealed everything to Naruto. Naruto found it hard to believe, but in the end, something told him that these two were real. Naruto, for the first time in his life of being serious and not a naive kid, felt a little bit naive and happy and satisfied that his parents were alive. He didn't care if they were gods or not, he was just happy to have family again and not feel so cold like he did when he was out there alone. As Hera felt sad. He has suffered quite enough, didn't he? All that achievements, said Clarice, and yet he was all alone. Talk about a sad story, said Ares. Something you wouldn't understand, Ares, said Aphrodite. As when Naruto heard everything from them, Naruto then decided to accept these terms. Fine. I guess we'll stay here. As Naruto then realized something. There was a prophecy after a few weeks, and then he realized it was regarding Percy Jackson, Talia Grace, or it was Nico D'Angelo. While the other was debating whether to kill them or not at the moment, after the Thunderbolt incident, Naruto came up with a plan. How about those three work under me, father? I can use a team. And those two, they're quite good as well. We're goddesses. Why would we work with you? As you said, that there are a lot of enemies that could harm you and our home. I know I'm new here, but I have been through a lot of these situations. We need a team to tackle them. We can't do this alone. I may not work with a team, but I have always been told and drilled into that team is necessary. When I worked with Anbus in my younger days, when I was a hunter, shinobi, we were coordinated. You're good with bows and strength and agility, Lady Artemis. You can be our, long range, as well as our weapon specialist. Lady Athena, you are the brains and strategist. And these three will be the muscles alongside me, being the mid-range, mid-guard, as well as whatnot. Said Zeus. There, watching this, and listening to his son. I must agree, this has a lot of sense into it. As he looked towards Athena, Athena nodded. This does make sense. A team of 3 demigods working under him, those who are a part of prophecy. We would know that they're working under us. And not only that, we'll be able to take down Kronos down a peg, knowing that he and his way getting out are under our watch. Good idea, son, Athena. You may begin. And so the team of a sort was formed between them. They began to hunt down monsters and track down the tracks in which Luke Castellan, the general, or supposed to be general of Kronos, was taking. And Naruto began to make plans alongside with Athena and the others to take him down. Percy was not okay with Naruto taking over, but once Naruto and he had a heart-to-heart, which was through a battle, and Percy was defeated again and again, Percy realized that he was not as strong as he would. I probably could have taken him or given him a hard time, at least now when I'm this strong. You wish, Steven Brain. He's winning wars and ruling over a nation. What were you doing when you were his age? Good point, I guess. I was still figuring out how to deal with this whole stuff. Of course you were. Seaweed, Brain, shut up, Pinecone Heron. As they all reacted that Naruto and his team were able to take them down. But not only that, during this instant, Naruto would help the others as well, even saving Artemis from Atlas and not wanting anything in return, but winning over Artemis without him noticing. And for instance, saving from the Titan of the Sun before Apollo, Hyperion's attack, Athena, and she was grateful for that. After their victory and utter defeat of Kronos, their next problem arose, which was Kiaya, who was shaking and awaking. And once this happened, Naruto then used the new weapon that his father has gifted him. It was Stormbreaker, an axe with an hammer back end. Naruto was also given the godhood and the domains of lightning, thunder, because his connection with the storms and the winds and the sky was much more stronger than Zeus, because of his connection to nature. And because of that, Naruto was able to wield the full strength of it, and for that a true weapon was crafted by Hephaestus, named the Stormbreaker itself. Much more heavier and grittier and stronger than the lightning bolt. Naruto was now indestructible and could take flight, and his weapon was only to be wielded by him, because he was worthy of it. As everyone watching this approved, even Zeus inherited. Now this is how a king acts. This is how a true heir of mine should act. Hera, maybe we should consider having this a child, Maybe we should. And maybe we should go there and have Naruto to make sure that Naruto is born. But we're not gonna leave him there. We're gonna bring him here and raise him here. Maybe you shouldn't do that, sister. What? Why? Yes, Poseidon. Why? It's because you're jealous that my son is perfect? No. You should have the kid. I'm okay with that. Not like I can stop you, but maybe not bring him here. I mean, look, everyone gets egotistical here, but maybe they would learn humility. Like, look, he's a great character raised there by this Hiruzen and Donzo guy. It's Donzo, actually. Yeah, this donut guy said, whatever he's saying, puppy, said Apollo. As after that we see Athena rolled her eyes. Well, can we continue? And why are we catching feelings for him? Said Athena with a golden hue, as Annabeth was literally foaming from her mouth, seeing her mother blush. I must say so myself. I am an eternal maiden. I would not act like this in front of him. Oh, you totally would do, honey, said Aphrodite. That is one hunk of a man, and not only that, he is aware and respectful, and everything you would ever dream of a man to be. Someone who you would choose and you thought would only exist in your dreams. And now that he has come into reality, you're having a hard time to digest. It is right, Artemis. I would have allowed this marriage and union. Maybe I would have allowed them both. What? Said Zeus, looking towards Hera. I mean, think of it in this way. Both of them can keep him in line and he wouldn't betray them. You're right about that. I'm only talking about my son. I'm not giving you any. Yes. Fine. I guess. Can we continue? As the fates nodded. As the witness, Naruto then took down Gyaya, who had also freed Titans again and revived them alongside this. And the gods fought behind Naruto. Naruto even protected Zeus, Hera, and the others from attacks, but Ares betrayed them in the end and attacked Naruto, wounding him on the shoulders. But Naruto, in a fit of rage and betrayal, that swung his axe, ripping Ares into half, causing him to fade. As Naruto closed his eyes shut with rage and with sadness that he has to kill his own brother. But in the end, Zeus approved of this. The one who was protective of his kids, protective of Ares and his bullshit, approved of this. Because Ares sided with them, out of jealousy and out of spite, and was going to destroy their home. Ares, you dare side with them, yelled out Zeus as his lightning bolt summoned. Wait, I didn't do anything. It was my other half. But you, if dared to do this. Zeus, calm down. You didn't do it. We literally have ruined these kids. Because of this mess. I know. Listen to me and listen to me well. If you try to pull this bullshit, I will tear you to shreds with my own hands, said Hera. Yes, mother. As Ares clutched his legs, trying so hard not to piss his pants, while he nodded, while shaking his hands. On the other side, everyone watching this was shocked. Did Ares almost piss his pants because of Lady Hera? Shh, Percy. We don't want to be involved in this, remember? And so, on the other side, we see Naruto has done it. He has defeated Gyaya and the others, and in the end even Ares. What followed suit was Naruto was placed as the king, and now had to choose between Athena and Artemis. He couldn't decide. He apologized to them and decided that he would rather remain single, which Zeus and Hera was not going to let slide, so in the end they came to a solution and both of them were married. Naruto then did something that was not to be suspected of him. He didn't cheated. He became fully loyal. Loyal to his duties and to his wives. And even to his kids. Himawari that he had with Artemis and Boruto that he had with, well, Athena. Which he later changed on the names to, well, Kushina Jr. and Minato Jr. Why? Because he wanted to name his parents. And Zeus and Hera approved of this because they were the carbon copy of their mortal selves and they were quite happy and proud. Zeus, we must have him. Look at those grandkids. I want some grandkids. Some real ones. My daughter, said Artemis, with a smile and yearning on her face. While Athena, she looked a little bit distraught, but some say that she too wanted a true godly son who was like, well, both his father and, well, like herself. As the reality faded, we have shown you what was needed to be shown. The rest is up to you to decide. Even if the peace is achieved, there is still a room for improvement, Lord Zeus. With that being said, the fates left, giving the chaos message, as everyone there was left with only one question. So are we expecting Naruto or what? Said Apollo. I guess we are, Apollo. A new brother. Of course he is going to be, but not like you, said Artemis. You love him, sister, and you yearn for him. I do not. I will judge him, and then decide. As you stood up, let it be known that this is a lesson. That the king of gods and queens of god can have a normal family of a sort. And this Naruto, you shall be a reality here too. And with that, Zeus left, indicating that this session was over, and this meeting was over. And so everyone dispersed. As this is where I'm going to be leaving the story of, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, and follow me on my Polo Chia channel as well. As this is it for the day. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.